Okay, I got my bowl. I'm going to start out by just collecting the leaves. I'll come back later and collect these berries. So once I collect a whole bunch of these leaves, then what I'll do is I'll give them a thorough washing, make sure there's no little critters hanging on them, on the back side of the leaves or anything, and then I'll boil them down and then strain them. Then after that, I'll cook up some scrambled eggs and fry up some bacon real crisp and crumble the bacon over it, mix the eggs in with it, and that'll make a fine side dish. So this is a nice healthy poke plant. Has lots of berries coming on. Some are already ripe and ready to pick. Others are green. And some just starting, like this right here. That'll eventually grow to this, and then eventually make it to that right there. Lots of small leaves here to collect. And it's your young small leaves that are the most tender. That's going to turn out really good. I'm thinking about also adding a little bit of lamb's quarter. Lamb's quarter is another wild plant that grows, and I just happen to have some springing up in my garden, so I'm probably going to go out there and collect some lamb's quarter leaves also. Okay, in my overgrown garden, ooh, I see a nice squash down there, a couple of squash. This is lamb's quarter. Kind of has a striped trunk to it, with a couple of different colors to it. That's the shape of the leaves. I'll go in here. The leaves are obviously much smaller than poke, but I'll go ahead and clip some of this and add it to the poke salad. And while I'm in here, I'll probably gather up some of the squash and peppers. Alright, I've added some lamb's quarter, and of course I picked some other stuff that was ripening in the garden. It's a mess of a garden, but it is producing for the family, that's for sure. I think I'm going to harvest a little bit more poke salad before I call it good. Okay, I have a pretty fair amount of poke leaves and some lamb quarter leaves mixed in there, but it's mostly poke leaves. So now I just need to put it in a pot and give it one good boil. So I'm going to slowly add the poke leaves into that hot water. And as it cooks down, I'll just keep adding, and stir it occasionally. Put a little bit of salt in there. I'm going to bring it to a rolling boil. Once I get the rolling boil going, then I'm going to turn the fire off. I'm going to get a colander out, and then I'm going to strain the boiled water out of it. I've already thoroughly washed all the leaves. Once this finally cooks down, it's going to look a whole lot like spinach. I think I'm going to just barely get all this in the pot. Okay, there we go. Now I've just got to boil that down. Alright, this is starting to boil up pretty good, so I'm going to give it a little stirring. Okay, we're getting there. Kind of has a green tinted tea color there a little bit. And that's what I will strain off of this. We don't want to be drinking any of that. Let this boil a little bit longer, and then it'll be time for the colander. Alright, I believe it's boiled long enough. Now we'll get the colander out and strain all this tea colored water away from the leaves. Oh yeah, now the water's clear. Alright, that amounted to just about 2 cans of spinach, maybe a little bit more than 2 cans of spinach. So that's plenty to feed a family of 4 for tonight. What I'll do is I'll probably chop this up a little bit, and then later when it gets closer to dinner time, I'm going to scramble up some eggs. I'm going to fry some bacon real crisp, and then mix it all together, and perfect side dish. All right, time to cook up the bacon. I know that's an ugly pan, but it's one of my favorite pans. Even beats all the new ones I've bought. So I'm sticking with it. Okay, and just for the heck of it, I decided to add some sauteed onions. So I'm going to mix that up well, and then it'll be time to throw the bacon in here. Alright, bacon and the onions have been added. Ooh, that looks good. Now I just need to scramble some eggs. Alright, now that the scrambled eggs are all cooked, now it's just a matter of mixing it all together and heating it up. Alright, and there it is, poke salad. Poke salad with bacon, onions, and scrambled eggs. And then that's going to go with the sand bass I caught earlier today. And I'm going to air fry that with some blackened seasoning and see how it all turns out. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that little video on how to make poke salad. Alright, I got enough for the first round here. I have some air fried fish fillets, zucchini, garden raised tomatoes, and then of course the, ooh, that's hot, poke salad. Everything either caught today or pulled out of the garden or out of the forest.